Hello, extraordinary. If you are here, then you may have a great mindset and maybe you are a bibliophile, the lover of books. Hey, have you ever wondered why some people read a lot? Why reading is necessary and how it affects our brain and life? Let's find out. Warren Buffett, the fourth richest man in the world. Warren Buffett is a CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Berkshire Hathaway. It is a holding company for more than 60 businesses that contribute a variety of commodities and services to the market, like producing computers, electronic products, providing insurance, producing clothing, and much more. Warren Buffett was once asked about key to success. He pointed nearby books and said, "Read 500 pages like this every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. All of you can do it, but I guarantee not many of you will do it." And did you know Warren Buffett's top priority is reading? He allots 70% of time to reading. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft Corporation. He co-founded the Microsoft Corporation with Paul Allen. Bill Gates reads one book a week, around 50 to 52 books a year. Although he can travel anywhere and meet with anyone, but reading is still the main way that he learns. He always has a book wherever he goes. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. The costs to build a rocket were prohibitively high, so he taught himself. And when asked how he learned to build rockets, he said, "I read books." Tony Robbins, the world's most famous motivational speaker and self-help guru, grew up with an alcoholic mother. He attributes books to saving his life and shared, "I took a speed reading course and read 700 books in 7 years. Anything that makes difference in life." Hey, if you want to speed read, then watch our next video. But remember, successful people don't just read anything. They are highly selective about what they read, opting to be educated over being entertained. Let's find out what reading does to your brain and life. Reading is an immersive experience that can make your brain come alive with imagery and emotions and even turn on your senses. We make photos in our minds even without being prompted. Reading books with vivid imagery is not only fun, it creates words in our own minds. But did you know this happens even if you don't? Researchers have found visual imagery is automatic. In an experiment, participants were able to identify photos faster if they had just read a sentence that described the object. How words can put your brain to work. When we listen audiobooks or we read a book, we can listen ourselves. Research has shown listening a story can light up our brain. When we are told a story, not only are language processing parts of brain activated, but also experimental parts of brain come alive. Hear about food, delicious chicken, your sensory cortex lights up. Yummy! And the motor cortex activated, the experimental part of the brain involved in planning and controlling movement. And this is not limited only to audiobooks or reading. Experts insist that our brains are exposed to narratives all day long. Good exercise for your brain, but make sure that what information goes in should be valuable. While reading about experiences is almost as living it. The truth. Reading even tricks our brains into thinking we have experienced what we have only read in books and novels. Your brain actually believes that you have experienced it. When we read, the brain doesn't make a real distinction between reading an experience and actually living it. Whether reading or experiencing it, the same neurological regions are stimulated. So, reading is the virtual reality experience for our brains. We enjoy deep reading that allows us to feel what the characters in a story feel And this makes us more empathic to others in real life, becoming more aware and alert to the lives of others. You must know, different styles of reading create different patterns in the brain. Of course, every reading stimulates, but different types of reading give different experiences with varying benefits. Stanford University researchers have found that close literary reading in particular gives your brain a workout in multiple complex cognitive functions, while pleasure reading increases blood flow in your brain. And they concluded that reading closely for literary study and thinking about its value is an effective brain exercise more than simple pleasure reading. Hey, if you ever wanted to learn a new language, then that's a great idea. Experts claim learning new languages can grow your brain enormously. How reading expands our attention spans. Story structure encourages our brain to think in sequence, beginning, middle, and end, linking cause and effect. Neuroscientists encourage parents reading and telling stories to kids as much as possible. In doing so, you are instilling story structure in young minds, which expand their attention span. How reading physically changes your brain structure. In a 6-month daily reading program from Carnegie Mellon University, scientists discovered that the volume of white matter in the language area of the brain actually increased. In neuroscience, a great breakthrough in the last 10 years is that your brain is infinitely plastic, really until the 8th or 9th decade of your life. How it changes? Well, that's simple. The more you learn, the smarter you become, because you are activating more of your brain cells and neurons. Yeah, neurons and glia are the most commonly found brain cells. The human brain has about 100 billion neurons. Each neuron fires on average about 200 times per second. The human body sends over 11 million bits of information per second to the brain for processing. Yet the conscious mind seems to be able to process only 50 to 60 bits of information per second, the maximum processing speed. As a single neuron can form thousands of links with other neurons, so each neuron may be connected to up to 10,000 other neurons passing signals to each other via as many as 1,000 trillion synaptic connections. The cells did fire together, wired together. The more you fire your cells by learning new things, the more you wire your brain and you become smarter, and smarter. Remember where you are and where you want to be. The only thing you need is a new skill. And don't worry, you can also read ebooks. Experts claim that your brain can adapt any new technology quickly within 7 days, including e-reading. Join Extraordinary to be extraordinary. Do subscribe and like. And thanks for being here till now. You can see us on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.